ashy. Hey y'all, hey. Oh, start street. Okay. Hey y'all, hey. Dogs. Sassy John. I need my live panel up and running too, so I know what's happening. Okay. Hey y'all, hey. So I hope, okay, I can see a little bit of something going on here. I can see a little something. Hey Percy, you transferred over. Okay, so y'all, I'm on my YouTube live here. So I'm trying to get the people, to come bring their butt over to the YouTube. Come on, people. Come on over to the YouTube channel. That's where we at right now, live at 6:30. Like I said, 6:30. Now come on. Okay. So I'm ending that. So, welcome you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Percy, for tuning in. I was about to put some lip gloss on because baby, let me tell these people, come meet me over here. Look, I'm over, ooh, big mama. Come meet big mama over at her YouTube channel. Link in bio. Live now. Okay, that's all I need. Okay, so we got the people, or so I think. Hopefully we do. I don't know. We shall see. But whether they here, there, anywhere, we don't care, because we here, right? So let me put some lip gloss on, because my lips is chapped. We gonna start with that. Big Mom lip chap. Cause where her lip chap at? I'm gonna get comfortable. Tell me if my sound is good, Percy. Let me know how it sounds. And is that little boy coming over here or what? Was he coming? Was Jared bringing his butt over here? Cause he supposed to be helping and he don't be helping. I don't know how he's supposed to be helping me with my podcast, and I ain't seen him since the day was 24 hours, okay? Well, today's show is titled Narcissist. Who are they really? And before I get into the show, I realize that when you are researching stuff, you can go into a rabbit hole. So I need y'all to help me stay on task, because we can get lost in this subject. And when I say lost, I mean for real lost, because you can dive into one aspect of something and then just keep on going. I don't want to learn more about a chat. I want y'all to get off my line with this. Neither here nor there. So yeah, we can get into all kinds of stuff, but we're gonna try to keep it on pace. We want to know who they are and how we deal with them, and learning how to identify them and manage our expectations, like all the things with narcissists. But before we even get there, I want to say welcome and thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you. It's me, your host, Crazy Melanin Princess, aka Big Mama. Now, Percy, you still got to tell me about my sound, though. Okay. So yes, I would like to thank you guys for joining. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, hit that notification button so you will be notified or notified when I go live or whatever I'll be posting, child. They tell you, I guess. Even though I will say, for YouTube, it feels like you can post stuff and people aren't notified. So that's a weird little something, but neither here nor there. Thank you guys for tuning in today. As I mentioned before, the show is about narcissists, and who are they really. We throw that term around so loosely. Oh, that's a narcissist. And, when stuff is trending, people jump on it without really having an understanding of who, what, when, where, any of those things. So we're going to try to break some of that down. Really, in preparation to the show, I was doing so much research on narcissism and narcissists that I really didn't have much to put into the time capsule. Today is Tuesday, May 6th. If your weekend was anything like mine, may the 4th have been with you. Even though my May 4th was pretty good. May the 4th be with. We'll talk about that. Yesterday was Cinco de Drico. Y'all get drunk? I didn't. I think my kidneys and liver and lungs, everything, any organ I had, my skin, even though I need to put some lotion on because I do not have any on right now. It's right here. I'm running late, as you can see. Baby, my stuff was recouping from the May the 4th be with me, because the brunch that I went to, oh my gosh, ooh wee. And in the words of Uncle Charlie, ooh wee, because good times. So yeah, just a couple things again, because I know it takes me some time to get some thoughts out and to say some stuff. So not on the live show, but on a playback. So if you're watching the show on a playback and you want me to speed up, hit the little settings button, and then you can watch the show in whatever mode or speed that you want to watch it in. So it'll make me talk faster and get to points quicker, and you be done with my show faster than however long it says that I'm on the line. So that's that. That's that time capsule. National Tourist Appreciation Day. And that is funny because my brother-in-law, he had posted this thing that this guy was talking about Las Vegas tourism taking a hit because it's equivalent to Nazi Germany having a Disneyland. Would you want to travel to the Disneyland in Nazi Germany? Good question, huh? A way to really make you think about it. And why tourism and people who have tourist hotspots in America are about to take one heck of a hit, because there are so many other places on the globe that people can travel to. Why on God's green earth would they go there? If during the Holocaust, Hitler had, I don't know, whatever he had, would that be the place that you would really prefer to get it when you know you can go to a million other countries to get it? No, you would not. So anyhow, back to the time capsule. Let me stay on point, because we got a big show today. National Tourist Appreciation Day. That's the day. Today is George Clooney's birthday. I had to pull something out my hat, child, because I ain't had nothing. Okay. And I heard that the Republicans have put out a new budget. It dropped on Friday, I think. I don't know what's going on with that. But again, we are no politics this week. No, we ain't politicking. So, it's a salty dog right now. But if I had a little bell, I think I could ring my little bell, and Garçon is going to bring me a lemon drop. I'm so excited about it. Mr. Neal's making me a lemon drop because he is a really good lemon drop maker. After I showed him, clearly he took my cheat codes, and I don't know what he probably putting in that drink. That's why his nickname is Mr. Mister. So be afraid. Be very afraid, people. I'm afraid. Not really. Not like harmfully afraid, but it's a funny. Anyhow, that's our time capsule. So we're gonna lock that up and toss this time capsule. May 6th, I ain't got nothing for you. It ain't a day. I don't know. This show just gonna be what it's gonna be. So let's get into my weekend, because this is my life. ... after my life. Okay, on Friday. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or not, but if you do, I was talking about prom parties and how these. Oh, right now, sorry, I'm drinking a salty dog, but this will change mid show or sometime soon. As soon as I finish this one, I've had this will make my second one. So yeah, I'm kind of on this show. All right. Salty dog right now. I done talked about these and the other ones. Is grapefruit juice and vodka with the salted rim. But I'm about to swap this one out. I don't want this anymore. Um, and I'm about to have a piece of this too. So anyhow, my weekend. So I went to a prom party. I was talking about these young ladies on my Instagram stories of how beautiful they look. And I say that because I remember not that long ago where these kids were wearing, this is my massage thingy or whatever. I know it probably look crazy from what y'all can see. But how a while ago these kids looked so crazy. They were wearing jersey dresses for prom. To know me is to know I might be a tomboy. I might be dirty and grubby and a whole lot of other things. But my mama taught me about having stockings, a slip, class, and coof. Okay? And when you dress up and you go out, there is a precedent or at least a minimum standard of what a woman should look like. And they were falling well beneath the standard of what they should look like because they just did not look good. I mean, a jersey dress for a formal something, baby girl, that's not. We're going to say no to that. So they're looking so gorgeous now. They are back to this classy look. You can't help that they are young women. They're going into young adulthood. And some of them got bodies, okay? And you can't cover a lot of that up in a evening gown. However, they are not trying to broadcast it, showcase it, put it on the shelf, advertise it, or do any of those things with it. I love it. My niece went to prom in Vegas. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And one of my best girlfriends, my sister, little sister, we like Sylvester Stallone and Danny DeVito because we're twins, but our height difference is like this. But she's older than me. Anyhow, that's my big, older little sis, and her daughter went to prom, and their theme was goth or something to that degree. But she looked absolutely amazing. And I love it. I freaking love how gorgeous I'm just looking at the chat right now, guys, because if nobody says anything, it's stuck with this one little welcome to the live chat. And I'm kind of scared that I'm missing something. But the only thing I got is Percy saying hi. So if that's the only thing I got, then I'm okay. But yeah, I just love how gorgeous these kids look. And the fact that this newer generation of kid, they're back to more classic, classy look. And all that HOE-ish is out the window, where the only thing that's covered is they private parts and everything else was mesh or see-through or split all the way up their spleen, and they look good now. That's the point. They look good. I'm proud. I'm happy as a real auntie and a resident auntie, and my niece goes in 2 weeks, so I'm so excited about that. So yeah, that was my Friday. I went to the prom party and had this edible right here, and it took me low, and I was stuck at my sister's house, and I was spend the night because I was not moving. That was Friday. Saturday, I went to, so as I told y'all before, that my cousin, my pseudo cousin, because of course, you know, when you black and you grow up with these families that then crossed over and then been with each other for 50, 60 years, then real family members too. So that's my pseudo cousin. So my cousin, her daughter, up, up the spleen, Percy. Those splits is up the spleen, baby. And you know which ones I'm talking about too. Um, so she asked me to be her godmother, but she had her first communion this weekend on Saturday. Prior to that, I woke up at the crack of dawn on Saturday to go to my niece's. Well, me and my sister, we had to go downtown Los Angeles. Okay, for y'all who don't know, downtown Los Angeles at 5, 6 in the morning to go work on knickknacks and all this other little stuff for prom. And then I came home and was just like stuck. Like, it's so early, what do I do? Knowing that I have to go to my little cousin's first communion and then the little dinner that they had for the family afterwards. So that was really cool. And I so enjoyed myself. And she looked so pretty. And the plus was my girlfriend, one of my good girlfriends, is her daughter's birthday that same day. Now, she told no one about it right now. I know her daughter goes to the same school. Lo and behold, her daughter was there having communion too. So I got two of these little girls that I love and adore. So sweet, so smart. And I got to see their first communion and wasn't even anticipating seeing the other one. God works in mysterious ways. And I loved it because that was awesome. That was freaking awesome. And then Sunday. Okay. So the one whose daughter was at the communion and she didn't tell nobody and it was her birthday. Well, her and my best friend, part of the Petty Petunias, they own preschools and they're doing a Mother's Day appreciation brunch for some of the mothers that are parents of the kids who they watch, and friends, family, whatever. Me, my sister, my PIC, that's my partner in crime, was one of my best friends. Petty Petunias. So we there together. On the Hornblower in Marina Del Rey. We took over this yacht. And this brunch is unlike any other brunch I've ever brunched at before. Brunch is deadly. It can be used as a deadly weapon. It don't play fair. It'll take a few casualties. Brunch be brunching. Brunch be brunching. And then if you don't go with enough of your friends, there's no way for you to truly recap all that happened that day. Because you have to have 18 vantage points, 22 perspectives. Who saw what when they was over there, when they was at the bar, what was going on, when I tell you, we cut up. I want to show you their pictures behind me, but it might be like, I was showing my picture. Because that's the kind of broad that I be dealing with. What else I do this weekend? Yeah, that was it for the most part. That was my weekend. I had a ball, okay? I ain't had a weekend like that in a long time. And as I get older, these kids out of the house, I'm getting kind of okay with having a full weekend. Because it's my pet peeve to be busy. I don't like that. Having stuff to do, I'm not really a fan of having stuff to do. I like not having nothing to do. And then be like, hey, I wish I had something to do. The pressure of having something to do. Anxiety. I ain't got time for that. So let's get into this kid's corner. I don't want to talk about these kids no more. And just think next Tuesday. Let's see, next Tuesday's show would be Tuesday the 13th. Guess who's going to be here? My Sterling B. They are rolling in. They're rolling in town. Summer about to be lit. I'm excited. I'm going to be outside with or without them, but I'm going to really be outside because I'm going to be outside. I don't know what they're going to do. They come with me if they won't. I'm going to be outside. And I'm talking about outside, showing tail, okay? Cutting up. On the side, like, I was on the side of boats, right? Girl, what is you talking about? I'm making stuff up now. Now I'm over here lying. I get caught up in my own lies. Oh my God. So that's Sterling. He gonna be here on Saturday. And TT already got him on task. Because he got prom stuff to work on. He got projects and art projects and more art projects. It's funny how we always reserve all the art stuff for when he comes, like, oh, we need a sculpture, we need this, we need a painting, we need all of these things for a party. We're like, dude, what? Why? Anyhow, that's Sterling. Chop. Now, this little boy, he'll be here the following Saturday. So Sterling will be here this Saturday. And Chop, he'll be here. He'll be there the Friday. I think he leaves Friday. He lands Saturday morning at midnight or something. I don't know. He'll be here. Let's say one Saturday, one kid. Next Saturday, next kid. Well, I got an alert from my American Express talk about you just bought something and something from Amazon. No, I didn't. So I'm like, well, whose card is it? I see it comes from Michael's card. What is this about? Now, mind you, the time difference, I got to wait for him to wake up, I'm guessing, to answer my question because I'm on it early in the morning. Who, what, when, where, how? He said, oh, I didn't use the American Express. Well, your card was used for Amazon. He's like, oh, let me check. Oh, yeah. Oh, it took your card. I'm sorry. I thought it was, it took his card. I'm sorry. I thought it was on my card. What are you buying from Amazon for? He's like, my knee brace. Now, I asked this little boy, I said, a knee brace, what's wrong with your knee? To where you need a brace that costs, hundreds of dollars. He says, and I quote, patellofemoral syndrome. I got a bad knee. I said self-diagnosed. He says clinic diagnosed. I said a school clinic. He says Kaiser. So Aja, all she care about this week is when am I gonna do her hair? And I told her today, and I was like, oh wait, I got a podcast today, so you gotta come tomorrow, girl. She said, I don't care. As long as you do my hair, I don't care when you do it. So that's all about her, because she's over it. She's back to the CW network with, what's the name of her show? All American, because her Lakers is done data. So that's that. Oh, my Black Business Spotlight. Black Business Spotlight. It just came in time. So Saturday, when I was at the, I'm about to say bat mitzvah. I'm going to one of those on Saturday though. Hey TT. Saturday, when I was at the first communion, my pseudo auntie, she told me about my little cousin who wrote a book called The Crow That Couldn't Fly. I don't know how much, what's the name, but that is, I don't like how that's him. He was, his name is Dante Hayes. He was shot, oh my gosh, so long ago now. So next week I would, because I clearly just opened it, but when she was like, Dante, I was like, oh, how's Dante? How's Dante? She was like, Dante wrote a book. What? I was like, I'm ordering it immediately. So, I can't wait to read this. And I really wish that I'll put it in the, I'm going to figure out how to do it. I'm going to have to go back in and edit this to make sure that I put it in there. And if you guys could please support my little cousin, that would be awesome. He was shot and paralyzed. I remember that day like any other day. It stands out in my head getting that news and saying, you really got to be kidding me. But this is beautiful that he has written a book. I don't know how I just learned about it, but my sister's like, oh yeah, I bought it. Well, hey, TT, why she on here? Tiffany O'Neill. This is the book. I want y'all to support it. I will put it up. I will put it on my Instagram and promote it in all my social spaces too. Um, so yeah, that's my black business spotlight is purchasing my little cousin's book, who I had no idea even had a book. Last week, I asked you guys to pray for my friend. He found a blood clot in his leg. He is doing better, so I am so appreciative of all my prayer warriors and everybody who solicited prayers on my behalf for my really good friend. Um, Doctors don't know where it came from, why it's there. Been giving them blood thinners and all the like. What's funny is I learned something. Now, I learned something that could be beneficial to us all. Now, I don't know how y'all are about working systems, but let me tell you, let me learn you something. Okay, so my friend is retiring this year. He'll be 65 in June. So we're having this big party in June. He's selling his house and he's moving across the country, breaking my heart. Anyhow, his birthday is in June. He retires in June. And he's moving cross country to Atlanta. His daughter lives there, so he's going to move there. He's getting an RV, this fancy RV, and all the things, right? Because he also wants to just roam the earth, but make home Atlanta or somewhere outside Atlanta, but in Georgia. So, him getting this blood clot and the doctor saying, hey, I'm going to take you off for 6 weeks, rolls into his retirement, the date in which he was going to retire. He learned that by this crazy random stance happening, this circumstance happening, him going out on disability and it rolling into retirement gets him an additional $300 a month Social Security payment for life. Y'all heard that, right? So if your check was just gonna be like $8.95, I don't know what the checks are. I ain't seen a Social Security check since my daddy passed away. However, if it was what did I say, $8.95, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember I told you they my fingers. I can use them to count on. Your payment just went from $7, $8, $900 to $10, $1,200 a month, every month, until ain't no more Social Security for you. So I don't know what's gonna happen when I turn 64 and a whole lot more. But baby, Big Mama might have a slight trip and fall and a roll of the ankle or a something. That's all I'm gonna say. Wink, wink. I'm trying to help y'all out. Okay, I just learned something, and that was just all that I learned. So, Jerry, is that you? I hear you. I'm in need of a lemon drop. I guess my stuff will not be habituated, huh? Ain't nobody heard my cries. Ain't nobody heard my tears. So anyhow, let's get into this show, child. About narcissists. And what I really want to convey to y'all is this is my life after. And it just be the stuff I be thinking about. Stuff that you be dealing with. And so you be having it on your brain. And I just be thinking. And then I be researching. And I be digging and all this other stuff. Most of it probably comes about from either the talk radio that I'm listening to, or just a common theme that you just constantly see on Instagram or whatever. And you wonder if it's your algorithm or if it's just like what's in the ether and the atmosphere or whatever. Can I get a lemon drop? I guess that be yeah. So narcissists, we've been hearing so much about, like, every post is about narcissists and this and that. I'm sorry, I don't want to have this dirty desk behind me. Um, about narcissists and people posting about narcissists and narcissist this and narcissist that. Narcissist hit. Oh, come on in, Jerry. Well, come on in, Jerry. Hey, y'all, Jerry's here. I want a new glass.
Oh, this is new. Hold on. Sorry, my phone's interrupting the show.
Good help is so hard to find. That's why I need these immigrants here. They don't work and operate like this. They be on time. That's first and foremost. First of all, immigrants be on time. They have a great work ethic. They do a good job without all this. Oh my gosh, I just broke my tooth, y'all.
Oh, big mama.
Oh, big mama. Wait a second. It's my worst fear. Wait a second, I was reading about menopause. See, that's the problem. I be reading today much. I be going down these rabbit holes. I just lost my tooth on the side. It's like this one. Right here. This show is really taking everything out of me. Oh my gosh. Every week has been something. Remember, I burnt my whole chest. Remember, I burnt my whole chest. I burnt my forehead. My knuckle is burnt. It's just, man, I'm freaking burnt. This show, I don't know if it's going to last because burnt, I must say, it is so burnt. I am burnt. But today, sitting here trying to scarf down some chips and salsa and my little, what did I make? A stuffed bell pepper. And cracking open my tooth. Half the tooth is here, half of it ain't. Last year, I went through such dental turmoil that I was like, we gonna reconvene next year. And I was like, oh, we don't wanna, we've been working on my mouth from June, it was like June to September. And they're like, oh, come in for, I'm scared. I can't. It hurt. It's painful. So we're gonna wait a minute. And so I was like, ooh, you really need to go. And so I made the appointment 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Don't be laughing, Mike. It's just funny. I was like, you know what? No, I made it yesterday. I was like, I'm just going to go on and make an appointment. Like, go on and let's start with the cleaning, and then we're going to work through. Now, the crazy part is, as soon as I crunch, I was like, what the? Oh my gosh. Thinking it's from the root canal that I had last year, the crown. And then I'm sitting here drinking, and of course, I spit all the food out because I don't want to swallow the tooth. And I'm like digging through. This is so disgusting. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is my life after, because again, if Michael or Sterling or somebody was here to help me, half these things wouldn't be happening in my life. It was their fault that they left me. And this is my life, and y'all about to hear about it because this is my life after. This is crazy stuff that's going on. So I'm digging through all the stuff that I got in a paper towel because my tooth is, I think, missing. Half of my tooth is gone right now. Half of my tooth is gone. And it wasn't in there. So I told Mr. Nell, and he said, I think you may have swallowed it. I was like, but I didn't try and swallow after I heard the crack. Like, I spit everything out. I think I'm going to swallow my tooth. And so now I'm real scared. And this is real nasty. And I got a missing side tooth. So, our show today is about narcissists. The fact that I just lost my tooth. Blood, sweat, and teeth, okay? This is what this show is taking from me. Blood, sweat, and teeth. Mike said, well, now at least you can whistle. I can't. I really don't have time for this. Yeah, ignorant, and this is That's why I said these can't be our kids. They got too much sense. They don't act nothing like us. They would have laughed at that one though. That was a funny. That is a funny. Ha he ha ha ha. Now about these narcissists. Ooh, my glasses are dirty. Jeez. So what we're gonna uncover. What is a narcissist? Traits, characteristics, behavioral problems, or patterns, I'm sorry. Behavioral patterns. How these people operate, how to spot them or identify them, how to know if you have one in your hands, how to handle or deal with them, and then if you must, how to rid yourself of them. So here's some of the my train of thought, right? Everybody's talking about narcissists. Oh, that person's not. They throw this word out like it is for real, for real. Thanks for tuning in, Michael. We want our packages on time, Mr. UPS. So yeah, don't get to work. So yeah, people throw around this term narcissist, narcissism, and all this other stuff without truly understanding what it is. So I thought that I'd do the legwork for us. Of course, as I said, many of these topics you can dive into more so yourself because they can splinter off and go into a rabbit hole of just a whole lot of information. But I just wanted to put up the most common ways of going through what I said, how to identify them, deal with them, if you got to get rid of them, healthy ways of making sure that we are moving through this complex life of ours and bettering not only ourselves but the relationships we find ourselves in and around us. So my train of thought, I always want to know, because people throw this stuff out, what is a narcissist, right? And so when I look this stuff up, I typically tell y'all my sources, but this is just a definition, so any dictionary should help you. It's a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. And so I really want to know, like, is it mental illness or like what is it classified as, right? And oh, this is good. I think Mr. Neil made this, not Jared. If narcissism is truly a mental illness, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, yes, narcissistic personality disorder is a mental illness. NPD is a cluster B personality disorder characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. It's the lack of empathy that we really gonna hold in on tonight. However, it's important to distinguish the difference between people who have NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder, and those with general narcissistic traits. This drink is real good. Oh my gosh, this lemon drop is, it's good. So I know Mr. Neil made it, because Jared's would taste like nothing but vodka with maybe a squeeze of lemon. NPD is more severe and persistent. It impacts the way in which they live their lives, right? Their daily lives, relationships, all of the above. That is a true mental disorder, a mental illness. Totally different from people who tend to have general narcissistic traits, which is probably more people than you care to think of. Everybody ain't really mentally ill with their narcissism. They're just narcissistic behavior, traits, characteristics, but they ain't really mentally all the way gone. So some traits, characteristics, and behavioral patterns. There's a number of them. I'm going to name them. Exaggerated self-importance. Narcissists tend to inflate their achievements and talents, often fabricating them or exaggerating their significance. And you've seen, so just don't think of anybody that you already know as being a narcissist. Just use what I'm telling you to check if things apply, because you'll recognize that people may not be narcissists, but they have or possess a lot of narcissistic traits and characteristics, which both ways are not good. However, we're going to learn how to navigate through this, overcome, go around, and figure out some of this stuff for ourselves. And heck, maybe you might be the narcissist and you can look inward or have some introspection and say, ooh, I am kind of like that sometimes. Maybe I need to check myself, because I'm not a narcissist, but who wants to show up as a narcissistic like individual in the world? So that exaggerated self-importance is preoccupation with success, exploitation of others, envy and arrogance, difficulty with criticism. They're often very sensitive to criticism and may react defensively with rage or by belittling the critic. What I find is the people who dish it all the time, but they can never take it. Like, even when it's criticism where you're trying to assist in making them better and identifying areas which can make them go from good to great, they just flip it. Oh, but you didn't do it. Whoa, hold on. I'm just okay. So difficulty with criticism. That's a huge one for many people, because we live in this world where everybody is hiding behind a screen. They want to say a lot of stuff, but they feel like it's rage bait, and we're going to talk about that too. When someone has something constructive to say to them. Their need for admiration. They constantly seek admiration and validation from others. You ever meet people who just like constantly need somebody like, oh, you so great, you so cool, you just, man, you the ish, oh, you solid, oh, you great, you so gorgeous, baby, you this, you ever see people like that? Because I don't know if it was, let's see, because I was saying, oh, another question I had asked myself, why are they like this? What caused it? So, what is a narcissist? Is it mental illness? But another one that I missed was my train of thought. What makes them like this? Like, how are these people created? Is this a natural something? Are you born like this, or what's going on? They say the root cause of narcissism is multifaceted and likely stems from a combination of genetic predisposition, so it's hereditary and passed down, some of it, and environmental factors, particularly early childhood experiences. So you wonder, how do people, get like this? But that need for admiration, and that's what brought me to that, is how some people constantly seek and need the validation. That it seems pretty weird to me. They have manipulative tactics. They may use flattery, that's the edible. Flattery, gaslighting, or other manipulative techniques to control others. They have a sense of entitlement. And we know a whole lot of people who just, what was we talking about? Oh, Givers, our show. Watch the show Givers, the one titled Givers Need Givers. People's sense of entitlement, like, oh my gosh, it is just, it has nothing to do with, people can feel a sense of entitlement and be at the lowest of the totem pole. There is no, you have to be up in airs, or you have to be, of higher society to feel entitled. There's a lot of people who just freaking feel entitled, and it's sad. And the biggest one is lack of empathy. People who struggle to recognize or understand the feelings and needs of others, viewing them as objects to be used. And that's huge. Absolutely huge, because we're going to talk a lot about that. I think that is the most exploitive of them all, is the lack of empathy is what is a common theme. We're going to talk about some common themes after this is over, but what we'll see with narcissists, the biggest thing to me is they lack empathy and they just move through life with not caring about nobody else, and they're manipulative. They manipulate and they move with the lack of empathy. But it also has impacts on their relationships. They leave behind a string of damaged relationships. Their behavior can be highly damaging in relationships, and they often prioritize their own needs and ignore the feelings of others. So how could you be in a relationship with somebody where you prioritize only your needs and you ignore the feelings of everybody else? You crazy if you think that that will last long, right? They have difficulty maintaining relationships. Their lack of empathy and manipulative behavior can make it difficult to maintain healthy and long-lasting relationships, because you may get them with your manipulators are often cunning and charismatic and charming. All C's, huh? Hey. And they woo you in, and then they flip the script on you. So difficulty maintaining relationships. They may get you in, but they won't keep you long. Control and manipulation. They use various tactics to control people and to maintain their level or their sense of superiority over you. So they have to figure out how they position themselves in your life to have a strong hold over you in some way, any way possible. And then it causes isolation. So their behavior leads to social isolation. People begin to distance themselves from them, right? You are like, I can recognize this person's manipulative. I can recognize that this person is controlling, and it's making me shrink to a place where I'm isolating. And that is what happens being in relationships with them. So, of course, I always want to find a way to, we cannot go through life because it's complex. We're complex. The people we deal with in our day-to-day complex. We've created complex beings, complex molecules. Your mama, your daddy created a complex human. And with that being said, we got to figure out how to deal with stuff, move on with stuff, because we can't hide from nothing. That's not what life is really about. It's taking the good, taking the bad. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and they have the facts of life. So I've identified 4 ways, because again, I've gotten so much digging for this research and for this show. I had to make it more concise and palatable to be able to, one, articulate and share with you guys. So I've identified 4 ways to recognize and respond to narcissists. Again, I'm no therapist, but for the sake of my life, your life, all our lives, now baby, we better learn how to deal with the people who are in the environment in which we occupy in the communities, because we can't get rid of them. So we got to deal with them. And that's everyday life. Because you can live with a narcissist, be married to a narcissist, best friend is a narcissist, co-worker is a narcissist, your boss is a narcissist, your child may be a narcissist. Everybody is not get rid of a get rid of that's the word I was trying to make up. Yeah, everybody's not get rid of. So we gotta learn how to cope. So 4 ways to recognize and respond to narcissists. And one of them we gonna dig in, but I'm just gonna riddle off the 4 of them, right? One is recognize manipulation, because that's the biggest one of them all. Recognize manipulation. And I'm going to circle back to that one because that's the biggest one of the night. Don't take it personally. Understand that the narcissist's behavior is often a reflection of their own insecurities, not necessarily a personal attack. And when I tell you, whenever anybody attacks, I'm Cancer, and I'm sensitive about my ish. So, whenever somebody is trying to attack me personally, the way in which I love my integrity or any of that, you're going to get the rah, rah, rah out of me. That's exactly what a narcissist is looking for. And I play right into their hand, right? I see it as a personal attack. Because how dare anyone say, I'm gone? Because we all know that I would not. And because that is just such a big, like, what? Here you come, full-fledged, playing right into their art of war, right? So, 2, don't take it personally, but 3, avoid getting drawn into arguments. And where did number 2 lead me? I took it personally, and it took me right into the argument. It took me full-fledged, guns blazing, and feeling right and all the other things. Engaging with a narcissist can escalate the situation and allow them to manipulate you further. And when does it flip on you? Because that's exactly what happens. 4, and this is the thing, consider seeking professional freaking help. Okay? Because, you're gonna have to seek some help there. Seek some help. What I want to get back to is recognizing the manipulation. We have to be aware of common manipulative tactics like gaslighting, emotional blackmail, and guilt tripping. And we're going to stay right here for a cool minute because this is the biggest part of what the behavior creates. Crash out society, domestic violence and abuse, and people feeling, how many men do we have locked up because they were disrespected? This is, and I'm not necessarily saying that a narcissist was the antagonist in any of these things, but these are the ways in which on this end you got to deal with life. You can't say, oh, I felt disrespected and I made an instinctual decision and now my life is forever changed. My children's lives, my family's life is forever distant than the one that I dreamt of in my life because I did not know how to emotionally deal with a narcissist before me. A selfish mofo over here. A person who's an antagonist or a manipulator over here. But today's topic is narcissists. We know that they like to manipulate. That is their number one thing. So those common manipulative tactics, gaslighting, emotional blackmail, guilt tripping. Gaslighting. Let's get on gaslighting. That's when you manipulate somebody using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning. That is somebody you seeing with your own eyes something and they telling you that that is not what you are seeing. It will make you feel like I need to really be questioning, maybe that's not what I'm seeing anymore. Baby, they gaslighting you, okay? Emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail is a form of manipulation where individuals use fear, obligation, and guilt to control others. It involves threatening to punish or harm the target if they don't comply with the blackmailer's demands. The blackmailer often leverages the victim's vulnerabilities and knowledge of the relationships to gain control. So, fear looks like the blackmailer creating fear of abandonment, loss of love, or other negative consequences if the victim doesn't cooperate. Obligation, they make the victim feel obligated to fulfill their demands, often playing on the victim's sense of duty or loyalty. Guilt, the blackmailer uses guilt-tripping tactics, making the victim feel responsible for their actions or the blackmailer's emotional state. Some examples of these are, if you really love me, you do blah, blah, blah. After all I've done for you, you can't just won't. How can you be so selfish after all that I've done for you? Ha! Bing! Thank you, Stephanie. Because you can hear me, but you can't see me. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Stephanie told me she could hear me, but she can't see me. I can't see me either. Oh, it say I ain't connected. Okay. Let me go back over here to the Camel Studio. Hang on, people. It's a technical difficulty. So I think oh boy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Pair device. You can pair device. Really, guys. Really, people? Hang on, individuals. That's my camera. Okay. What you say, Steph? I can hear you, but can't see. Oh, okay, I'm setting it back up. I don't know why my camera went away, but give me a second now. Give me a second. I gotta see one more. Wait. In the studio. Okay. And the camera. I'm wondering why we not connected. Tap the Okay, y'all, I'm still on the line. I'm just trying to figure out why my okay, well, y'all about to see. Y'all gonna see me coming. Okay, y'all gonna see the back end of stuff. Okay, see, look at that, guys. Now, tell me what you see, Steph. Even though I don't know where I was, I can look at myself in a second. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I saw me for a second. I don't know what I did wrong. I almost saw myself. Wait, hold on now. I just did that. See, I'm trying to help y'all. Help me, help y'all. Help myself. Thank y'all for staying with me. Cause Big Mama is over here. Technical studio equipment, and then how's this in from Camo Studio? That's right. But not you. Yeah, right. Okay. Let's pair device. Let's pair my device. Right? Did y'all see that? Let me see what y'all see. Let me see. Okay, I see, but it's still stuck. Okay. Give me a moment, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut it off and restart my camera. That's what I'm going to do. So hopefully y'all can still hear me. But I'm going to restart the camera because it's active on the camera side. It's just not active on the equipment side. But if you can hear me, then that's good too. Because that's what's most important. Is hearing me, not seeing me. Even though I would like to be seen. See? Y'all see this microphone? No, it's moving. I see what's happening is that it's moving at such a slow rate. My goodness. The rate is so slow that it's redoing it keeps having to reconnect because it's so slow. If I adjust the frame rate per second from this camera, available for camera device I don't know what rate it's supposed to run at, but I could tell you this. I know that that's what's wrong. Frames per second, 60 frames per second. Give me something faster. That sounds like something good. Give me the most now. This is not. I can see it. See, we over here learning. We just be learning together. Every time I tell y'all that, oh no, that's just so slow. No, okay. Yeah, we learned something. We learned something, all right. 15 frames per second, 16 frames per second. It was on 30. I don't know how much it's supposed to be on. So we gonna change that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna change that, guys. What we have to do is we have to figure out. See, for people who want a podcast, everybody is saying, "Oh, I want to do a podcast." This is what you got to deal with: learning and understanding what this stuff means. Because, thank you, Stephanie. Because this is what the heck it takes. Is getting to know and understanding what in the heck is the goings on is. Especially if you have zero, little, or no technical experience at all. Bless your heart. Because there are some things that you're just going to have to learn to do. And that sucks. Because kind of hard to be on a mic and not know how to use the mic are hard to be on the screen and not know how to use the screen. So those are the two basic things. Now, the programs that you have behind you that play into this stuff, that's a whole nother freaking beast. That's getting real ingrained. And maybe I'm too high tech for my own good. I don't know. It's not difficult. It's just what it is support. That's what it is. It's support. See, it just looks as if it's going so slow. You see me. I mean, you see, like, but why is it so slow? Okay. It's something on the other end that's you're capturing. Okay, you guys hold on. What I'm gonna do is turn this off. See, I gotta learn how to do this crap too. How about that? How about that? Tell me what you see, Steph. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all can see me again. I have to switch cameras. Tell me what you see. What you going on? What you see? Can't hear you. I say camera working. Show you. Yay, as in right now, 7:37. Okay, I just had to change cameras. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. See, that's what I'm saying. Man, life throw you all kinds of stuff. It throws you all kind of people. It throws you all kind of everything. You can curl up and freaking die, or you better have a plan 1, 2, 3, ABC, 4, 5, 1, 8, 14. Cause what do? And sadly, these kids, they just collapse. They not like me. With something like this. I am like Darkwing Duck. I laugh in the face of danger, okay? Because what else is I'm going to do? I didn't beat all the dangerous situations that have ever come before me. I have slayed every dragon and monster that has ever come my way. I have made it right here. And most of the monsters was me and what was in my head. Because ain't nobody ever beat me up, tore me down, tore me apart, made me feel as bad about myself as I have. I've allowed others to do so. But I think I'm probably my worst critic. So this is overcoming obstacles. And one of them is when you're dealing with a narcissist. So we're going back to recognizing manipulation, because we're just going to break that down. The gaslighting, the emotional blackmail. Okay, so we're talking about things that they say to you. If you really love me, you do blah, blah, blah. After all I've done for you, you can't just do. How can you be so selfish? Right? And then the guilt tripping. Making somebody feel guilty, especially in order to induce them to something. Like, after all I've done for you, you can't do this one thing for me? Because how many times do people do us like that? And you just like, you don't even really know how to... You don't really know how to take it. You don't really know how to... In that moment, you're so taken aback sometimes by being caught off guard, which is what narcissists like to do, is always catch your ass off guard. And you just like, and they say something like, for real? How can you be so selfish? Knowing that you're the most giving person on earth. So you're just, again, either you gonna, like me, rah, 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 and get drawn into it, and here we go in this cycle of unhealthy something, or you're just sitting there feeling attacked in a way where it's like, how can I? That's some that. It's a hard thing to do. You know, it's a hard thing to know that you're being attacked and no one else around you see it, which is what manipulators want you to do, which is why it's a guilt trip, which is why it's gaslighting, which is why it's like an emotional, state of blackmail. So that shit that we know. We know that they can lack empathy. They can manipulate or gaslight other people. And in understanding these behaviors, well, it's crucial to understand these behaviors. I've identified key following ways which could help us deal with them. Establish clear boundaries. So that's like defining your limits, whatever that is, identify what behaviors you will and will not tolerate. Communicate your boundaries clearly and calmly, because they always want to rah, 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 or rage. Calmly express your boundaries and enforce your boundaries. So follow through consistently, even if it means limiting the contact that you have with the person or ending the relationship. And we'll discuss that too. How, like, a healthy and a safe way of and safe is a big word, way of ending it. The second way is prioritize your self-care. Protect your mental health, because ultimately this is taking a toll on you mentally. For someone to manipulate you or gaslight you, to tell you that elephant is not standing over there, and you see an elephant standing over there, and this person was like, "What, no dang elephant over there?" And you like, huh? Like, you stupid. What, no elephant over there? And you get so browbeat by a person like that time and time again, that now you're in the psychosis of not even believing what you thought you saw. I think that might even in itself causes a level of schizophrenia, if somebody will keep telling you that you ain't see what you see or see what you saw. Telling you stupid for thinking that you saw what you saw, because you need to believe them over. I mean, that's a political climate kind of thing that I see going on now, but we're not going to go there, because I said we not being political today, okay? So prioritizing your self-care, protecting your mental health. It looks like engaging in activities that promote relaxation. We are so wound up as human beings. It's like that thing in your back when you was a little kid. I used to have a million of these things as a little kid, the 80s. And you used to wind that little thing up there back all over. Ooh, I want some. Oh, I want some of them. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to look for some of them things. I would have them all over. I always said that when I grow up and I become an executive, I want them things all over my desk, and they just like all check, 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 check. I need to find me some of them things, but see where my mental health is, right? Um, Engage in activities that promote relaxation, stress reduction, because again, we're so tightly wound, and anything that is elevating or feeding into your overall well-being. So whatever that looks like, pouring into you. If you have to block off 2 hours at the end of every week of just no phone, no this, woosah, recharge your battery. Doesn't mean I go take a nap. It could just mean I lay in the most relaxing place with the most quiet, and everybody gives me that time, that space. Ain't nobody around here allowed to turn nothing on, put everything on silent, put your earbuds in. I don't want to hear nothing, okay? Take that time for yourself. Build your own self-esteem. And this is huge because we live in a world where I feel as if everybody is looking at everybody else, sizing them up, and measuring themselves based off of who and what they see. And it makes them either feel so bad about themselves that they feel like they need to do this, or so much better than everybody else that they create this narcissistic sense of entitlement and weirdness that this society is something. So your own self-esteem, that's your own strengths, your accomplishments. Anything that's good about you is going to help you counteract any negative impact that narcissist may have taken of your self-worth. If they're always talking about, oh, you're so fat, girl, add a salad to your diet once a week. Drink 1 bottle of water extra per day in their face. You ain't got to do nothing major. That small incremental thing is gonna show up. I promise you it will. Something small. Seek support. So connect with friends, family, again, a therapist, anybody who can provide emotional support and guidance. The third one is seek therapy. Again, therapists, because they can help you with developing strategies and processes and a whole lot of other stuff, because they know the deeper impacts that people with narcissistic behavior, what they've held over you and how to get through that specifically, and help to identify maybe you were even in an abusive relationship and you didn't even know, because many people are. The fourth one, consider therapy for the narcissist. Hear me out. While it's unlikely that they'll seek help, understanding their need for therapy can help you navigate the situation more effectively. And then know when to disengage. Like 100% push back. Make sure you're protecting your safety and limit contact. It's ways in which you can rid yourself of narcissists in your life. It's crucial to prioritize your well-being, as I have mentioned before. Prioritize your well-being. Acknowledge the need for the change, because sometimes you don't see it. You don't see it. Everybody else sees it. You don't see it. Your family's been telling you. You don't see it. They want you to see it. People don't know how to articulate specifically ways in which they want you to see it, and you don't see it. When you see it in others and your loved ones, help them to see it, because it does have long-lasting effects, and ultimately we aren't always going to be able to get out of these relationships. Most times They are people who are family you can't get rid of. Like I said, what if it's your child? What if it's your spouse? What if it's your sister? What if it's your brother? I mean, these are people who you can't, but you have to learn how to deal. There are some situations and circumstances, yes, you can't get rid of them. Again, if you have to rid yourself of them, you have to acknowledge that there's a need for the change. You have to assess the impact of that relationship on your mental health. You need to seek support because there's no way to get rid of or to get out of something like this without support. It's not a thing that you need to or should have to do alone. Building healthy boundaries and developing a strong sense of self-worth are the most vital steps in my opinion. I have an 8-step program, I think, for narcissists, or how to get like to 100% get rid of them. It ain't my program. It ain't nobody's program, but I did find it. I'll tell y'all the 8 steps. I'm not going to go through it. But in conclusion, recognize the need for change. Assess the impact. Prioritize self-compassion and forgiveness. That's probably the biggest one of them all. Build healthy relationships. Embrace self-love and empowerment. Seek support. Set boundaries. Limit or eliminate 100% all contact. The one common, well, not the one, the common theme that I saw here tonight really was it's about seeking therapy and help. And people always say, why I need to go to therapy? Why? Like, this is just one instance as to why you may need to go to therapy. Just because you got a narcissist somewhere, somehow in your life. That's why you need to seek therapy. Because of him. You need to go because that mother. You need to go. That's why you need to go. It ain't because you crazy. Because this. Because these kids. Because my parents. Because my neighbors. Because all this life, I'm dealing with all these, as a narcissist here, it's the thief over here, it's a serial liar over here, it's all these people that I can't get rid of, that I have to deal with. That's why you need to be mentally okay here. That's why you go to therapy. Not because you woo-doo-doo. Because these people will have you be woo-doo-doo. And you be like, I don't want to go. No, you need to go before they get you to the woo-doo-doo. Okay? That's where you're going. So seek therapy or help. Common thing, seek therapy. Set boundaries. That's huge. It's hard for somebody to manipulate people who have clear-cut boundaries that they never waver from. The people who typically manipulate, they turn and they go like, oh, I can't get them, so I'm just going to go over here. It's the ones who ain't got no boundaries, the ones that's always getting got, right? And prioritize your self-care. When they know that your shield and your protection is so strong that your love for self would not allow. Hey JJ, your love for self is so strong that there's no way for them to infiltrate who you are, shake you off your center, and get you off balance to even be weak enough for the manipulation that they're trying to lay down. And in no way that I am saying that when you, or if you may ever be weak enough to be taken by a narcissist or a manipulator, it could quite possibly be your heart is as big as Texas. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you are definitely the prey, the sheep, the lamb that they over here preying on. Believe me, I know, I am too. I get it. I understand. So when I say weak, I'm just saying sometimes we are so vulnerable as humans in being our authentic selves we allow for this type of relationship in our lives. Hey, Starla. My niece on the line, y'all. Hey, Starla. It's okay. You can go back and watch the show, girl. I had some technical difficulties too, so that delayed the show a little bit. Yes, I'm just talking about common things. It's seeking therapy, setting boundaries, and prioritizing that self-care. But if I must say, to me, it all raises even more questions than answers as it relates to human behavior and relationships. And if you want to know why, and you want to allow me to play the devil's advocate for a minute, it all sounds like people have a lack of emotional maturity. Quite possibly piss poor communication skills. They also can just be selfish as fuck. So now, as I said, it's going to open up a whole nother bucket. Because do you see them as being narcissists? Or what I just said? Like, it could be a whole nother something. So anyhow, as I said, in conclusion, we just as lost as we was, because these my thoughts, because this is my life, and this is what I be thinking about, and it's my life, ... after. I don't have a Buddhist principle this week, but I do have an Angolian proverb for my on purpose statement. The one who throws the stone forgets. The one who is hit remembers forever. I think it's kind of apropos for my show tonight, right? Because I got hit with some stuff, right? The one who throws the stone forgets. The one who is hit remembers forever. My high of the week was my weekend festivities, hanging with my family, seeing my baby's first communion, watching these little babies go off to prom. This brunch of sisterhood that was just like so phenomenal. Awesomeness. Like it's the best brunch I've ever been to. And I didn't even eat. That's how good the brunch was. It was the best brunch ever where I did not eat any food. I drank all the champagne and all the vodka. I had some martinis, but ooh, my low. You know what? Oh, my high. Also, my friend, he got out of the hospital that I asked you guys to pray for last week. My low of the week. I would say, for me, just when people disappoint me. So, I was disappointed this week. Yeah, some people disappointed me this week. My little cousin had to go to the hospital, but she's doing better and she's back at work. So that's a high and a low. Ooh, if I was in Vegas, that's a ace followed by a 6-6. That's that 31-1 odds right there on the crap table. Okay, but I'm sorry, I be shooting craps. I lost one out. Oh, but I didn't shoot craps. I was playing blackjack. Anyhow, that's it. That's my high. That's my low. That's my show. That's my what we got. It's time to go. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with me through my technical difficulties. I hope that this show makes us all better humans, identifying where we at in life, the people we dealing with, and for us to be better and show up as better uses. Y'all ain't gotta go home, but you know what you gotta do. You got to get the up off my line. I love y'all. Thank y'all. See y'all next week. Give me some suggestions for some shows, okay? Oh, I have a 3-part series. How to handle your liquor. It's gonna be funny. How to handle your liquor, because we all know one, don't we? It's a 3-part series for the summer. It's the Tuesday that follows Memorial Day weekend. It's the Tuesday that follows, and I'll be on vacation. The Tuesday that follows the 4th of July, and the Tuesday concluding the series Labor Day weekend, that Tuesday. So, yeah, how to handle your liquor. So, happy almost summer, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be good.